Ooh, I got shivers. Nothing like a Krisiun sound check to really get your blood going. Welcome back to the Heavy Metal Citadel. We have been away. Yes, we've been slightly away. In any case, that doesn't matter now because we've got an amazing episode for you. We've got Krisiun, we've got Nile, and we've got your two hosts, Chort and Chernoglav. I am your host, Chernoglav. You'll hear a lot from us tonight. And by tonight, I mean several days ago when this was actually recorded. But hey, still pretty good. Big shout out to all the venue and all the crew and the amazing bands tonight who helped make this stunning night happen. So without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to, well, us, I guess. Just us again, but on the train. Okay. This is Chernoglav and Chort on the way to the show tonight.
You're probably wondering why we haven't been publishing anything for the last, 8 months.
Oh, it's been quite a while.
So,
is it because we died?
No, but actually one of our co-hosts did get sick.
I thought we were the only co-host.
No, but I'm replacing the original co-host. I'm just really good at doing his voice.
Ah, wow. That's actually super impressive.
Yeah,
So
that's how we honor his memory.
That's how we honor his memory. So rest in peace, Chort. We got Chort 2. He's actually way better than the original.
Yeah, but I'll sound and think exactly like him.
Yeah, it's like a twin brother situation. Like Double Dragon.
Yeah, but don't call me Chort 2. Call me Chort for ease.
Okay. And we are here with Krisiun today. That's pretty exciting. And please, who are we here with from Krisiun?
I'm Moises Kolesny, and I play guitar for Krisiun.
Brilliant.
One of the three brothers. I'm the middle brother.
There you go. We got Moises, the middle brother from Krisiun.
Yeah.
And actually, they've just released this year an amazing album called Mortem Solis. And they're here on tour. I think just kicking off the tour in Europe.
Is it the fourth
No,
day?
actually, we did a North American tour before this one.
Oh, there you go.
And we did a few festivals in Europe when the album was coming out in August. Yeah, we came here for Alcatraz, for Mother Culture,
Yeah.
a couple others. Then we went to North America. We toured with Revocation, Alluvial, and Inoculation.
Oh,
Right after that, straight to Europe, and we are doing this tour with Nile in Element.
yeah. It sounds like, I mean, based on what I know from you guys and what I've listened to, it sounds like you're one of the most hardworking bands in the business.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we try.
Really prolific, and the passion really shows. What can people expect from this tour in Europe from Krisiun?
Yeah. Man, we get this new record out, and we are playing 5 new songs every night. So it's a big change for us,
Yeah.
because usually we always play like old songs, like we're never quite sure about playing new songs, because crowds they always ask for the old stuff.
Classics.
But anyway, we are more focused on the new record, and we are as good as ever, I guess.
Yeah.
We're getting older, but the band is getting more together. We're sounding
course.
tighter. We sound like we get a lot of energy still, passion. Maybe because of the pandemic. So after that, we came back like full power, and
There's a lot of pent-up energy that comes from
yeah,
that.
there is, man. I'm done feeling like tired or missing home or
Oh, nice.
anything like
guys
that
like
that
a-
I used to be.
Like a fine wine. You've only
That's
gotten
right.
better
like,
with age.
Like all the bands, I think, bands like Nile,
Yeah.
Immolation.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of old bands; they are getting better and better.
Top of the game.
nowadays,
It comes with experience, doesn't it?
because
Like,
the experience helps you a lot, and you just focus on the music. You don't care so much. When you're younger, you care a lot about the business, about people that do a lot of critics on your
Yes, what
music,
people
put
say.
you down, and you keep that in your mind. Nowadays, I don't give a fuck for no one. I just do my shit, and that's all, man. It's all about passion, man. It's all about death metal, old school death metal, and nowadays there's so many new bands, new young bands. It's all this new generation, they sound very different than usually we do.
Yeah.
Those new bands, they have a lot of technology on stage. They
Yeah.
run computers, backing tracks, click tracks,
everything.
a lot of stuff. And we are old school. We still get old amps.
And they have double the members that you have.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what you do, man. We want to keep it real. analog, organic, you know. Like I respect people that do a lot of technology or whatever they want to do, nerdy bands, you know. But for us, what works better is the old school way, you know.
Exactly. And are you seeing more new fans sort of from that? And you just said you mentioned that you were playing some of the more new stuff because you're like, fuck it, I'm going to play what I want to play. So are you seeing a lot more of a different sort of maybe audience, the far younger kids?
Yes, because you see like the metal scene, it changes like from every 3 years or something. Like you see some old people that are attending your show like back in the day, but you see more young people always, you know, like because young people, they always come to the show, they get a lot of this. Maybe when we were young, we want to go to the show so bad. You don't care if you need to work or have a school tomorrow or money or whatever. You just come to the show because you love it. But once you start getting older, you get a little lazy. On a Sunday, rainy Sunday, you want to stay home, watch TV. You know?
You're going in the opposite direction. You're doing fucking more stuff.
You're here across the world.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Working harder.
I'm like that. I'm a street guy, man. I'm always go out and man, I don't like to be cozy at home like all that, you know. But I see a lot of new generation, young kids coming to the shows. Yeah. And they are digging the old school, like maybe because there was so much of not the old school guys, but like 3, maybe 5 years, 6 years ago, like there was a lot of these bands, nerdy bands, you know, for like that stuff or whatever, you know. So these new kids, 17, 16, they get, for them, that's old for them. They want something more real, savage. Yeah. You know, so I'm seeing that. Saw in Poland, saw in Germany, might see here. You know, so I see like kids trying to get back in the
authenticity.
Yeah,
it's all about authenticity, and I think
that's right.
You know,
Yes.
when Krisiun hit the stage, it's that authenticity, it's the organicness of the band.
Yes, the real. Man, even we never used like click tracks to make a record. We always do like Raining Blood was done, like Beneath the Remains, like Master of Puppets. You know, like. We jam together, we record live, you know, so... I'm not saying that is better, but
I was going to say, is there any downsides to that?
No, man, it's how we feel the band is where the band really happens. Because it's the same when you get like an old school record, if you get like a Raining Blood or get a Van Halen or something, and you try to quantize on computer that, sounds so weird. I heard some people that quantize it like Raining Blood. You know, like the notes are like here, they put like on the grid. So
they want to make it perfect for
square. Sounds so terrible.
It gets lost in trying to make it.
Because it's so square. And the way they do is like evolving. It's like up, down, sloppy, tight, and like a human being. Like when you run, like you talk. When you talk, you don't talk like a robot. Talk like a human, you miss the word sometimes.
There's mistakes.
Mistakes.
And that adds.
And those mistakes, that's reality, intensity.
Which is really good, and I think you said it's appreciated by crowds all over the world. Obviously, the new kids starting getting into this, especially in Brazil. How do you feel the scene has evolved in Brazil, especially for death metal itself? Because historically it hasn't been that popular. I mean, depending on how you consider
in the
Sepultura,
80s, Brazil was fucking strong. There was the early Sepultura, there was Dorsal Atlântica, Sarcófago. Ratos de Porão, RDP, I don't know if you guys know that band.
Did Igor used to play in them or?
No. And some other bands, which were like really ahead of their time, playing like really fast and stuff. Then there was a time when everyone tried to be like Sepultura, like roots, sounding like new metal. Of course. But
adding that tribal element, adding those bits.
We never followed that path,
That's interesting. Why have you never? I know some songs are like you do include some Portuguese, but you never followed the traditional instruments or anything like that.
Because we never. I like the old school Sepultura, like Schizophrenia, Beneath the Remains are my favorites. Arise. And we never, by the time they were releasing Roots, we are like focused on death metal, play as fast, as brutal as we could, So for us, I was a younger kid at that time, I was even talking shit about that record. Sepultura, they whimpered out. But the later I realized how important was that record for the whole metal scene, for Brazil, for whatever, It's a very good record, I like that. But it's not the type of record that you're gonna be listening. But I know the worth the value that
That's
record
true.
has, you know.
Yeah. There's still technically a lot of roots that you do have in Brazil. You know, you had Marcelo Vasco do the new artwork for the album.
Yes, he did our artwork too, you know.
Exactly. And do you feel like, is there some sort of, you know, especially for art, for Krisiun, in terms of the cover art, is there a big connection with the music? How do you
It is always, we always send the lyrics for the guy that is supposed to do our covers.
Yeah.
So Marcelo, we send him some samples, some lyrics, some stuff. And he's doing a lot of stuff, and he's from my state in Brazil, south state of Brazil, so we are really connected and have a lot in common. So he was the right guy to pick up at this time, and I guess he did. We talked a lot on the phone.
Okay.
And we explained him about the Martin Solis, what that represents for us. You know, it's not the.
And what is that? What does it represent?
Yeah, Martin Solis means death of the sun.
Yeah.
The sun, as a deity, is the first. The early civilizations, they worship the sun. That later become like Jesus Christ is based on the sun too. You see, the 12 apostles are the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 planets. You know, you get the solstice. I don't know.
Yeah, solstice.
Solstice, and now the analogy. There's a big analogy: Jesus Christ and the sun, and the empires like Egypt, and later Rome, France, Germany, England, U.S., or whatever. It's always about this circle of the sun, you know, where they do everything, you know, like where they set their plans, or even like the whole gravity we have, the mathematic and everything comes out from the sun, you know, like. So we care more about talking about the Rome civilization or Egyptian civilization, like the sun, like the empire, you know. So nowadays human beings are going so low, so down. The population is getting bigger. People are losing control.
So that's why I'm curious. Do you think that has an impact on why there might be more or less, perhaps, interest in death metal, especially in like Brazil now? Because there's so much shit going on. People are fucking. Running amok. I mean, there's protests every other day, and not just in Brazil, even in London.
Yeah.
So
it is.
Yes,
it is.
I can't tell which government is worse, ours or Brazil.
If you see the cover of the record, it's all about the ancient civilization crumbling, dying, destroying themselves. There's a war behind, the emperors dying, you know, some spears impaling the emperors. So the sun is represent like the old Roman Empire, the old Egyptian, Sumerian, the American, the German, whatever. They always have the sun there and the symbols there. You know, so the death of the sun means the death of the empires, the one that is controlled, that the rebel was going to attack it, going to make a new way or something. It's a lot of politics there.
I think for both our countries, that's something that needs to happen.
It seems like we're now in that era.
And in Brazil, we just get rid of this shitty president. It was a fascist and all bullshit. Something unbelievable that was happening in Brazil. That was a surprise. But you see, shit's still happening if you don't have a control on people, and if you brainwash people, you know, and make them believe that the emperor is the man, and you need to obey, to follow the rules and shit, and don't believe in yourself, and believe, and they use religion as a deity, as Jesus Christ, to control the masses. You know, so this sun also represents the control of Jesus Christ. You know, that so it's the death of, for us, like we proclaim the death of this control, religion control, empire control, you know.
It's a bit timely, with Bolsonaro going down.
So
we get a perfect time.
We get inspired by everything that was happening in the world, and you see, we are talking about crumbling civilizations and something about that. So let's do something in Latin, because we never use Latin, and where there's censorship, I ain't gonna maybe put us down, because nowadays there's a big censorship everywhere. You know?
Yeah, I heard you got it.
So
stuck in Bangladesh.
So they don't understand what's going on there. You know? So, but there's some
that's smart, like Notre Dame, you know? Lie a little bit, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Very smart.
No, excellent. So just come back to the quick final round of questions. Obviously, you guys have an incredibly strong lineup here because you are, at the end of the day, family. I was wondering, in the bus, who gets the top bunk?
Yeah, who's the powerful one?
Yeah.
Who's the emperor in the family?
Man, we are all equal, man.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
share the same. Alex is the oldest brother.
He's the oldest one, yeah.
But we always try to share, to be equal in now.
That's how the band lasts so long,
We
yeah.
share everything. We share money. We share whatever we need to do. One will take care about like merchandise. The other will take care about
Yeah.
the flight tickets, the work permits. You know, we always divide everything. It's all equal. We are a family, you know. So there's no. It's a pure democracy there.
Well, that's actually pretty rare because in most musical
Yes.
families, always someone's fighting over
Someone's
something.
always. There's no Michael Jackson in the group, you know. They're all equal here.
No, even
Yeah.
other brotherhoods, like people in the band, they always have this guy that commands everything.
Yeah.
That's why bands they break up so many times.
Exactly.
Because there's this one guy that's gonna get the whole money and pay a little peanuts for the other guys. They end up like leaving the band, so the band loses its. Because nowadays bands they change lineup so often. You know,
Yeah.
like it was not like in the past where the bands kept together. And you know that what you're gonna get there. You know, like you don't get a generic sound, you get a very personal sound,
Right.
authentic sound. You know,
That's
so
true.
we try to be like that. You know, like don't keep the family in business
Absolutely.
and keep the same lineup.
And for our final question, we'll go to the rapid fire round, which is I'm going to make you choose between two things.
Okay.
And just gut feel, what do you think?
Okay.
In terms of Brazilian metal, folk metal or power metal?
I don't know.
That's kind of what I was expecting, to be honest.
I
So
go
you
for-
passed the test.
No, okay.
Maybe Angra.
They have a early Viper.
Yeah.
There was a band. There was before Angra. There was Viper,
Okay.
which they released a record in '86 or '87, which was called "Soldiers of Sunrise,"
Yeah.
which is very good. With this guy André Matos, the singer, he was singing on that band. Sounds
There we
like
go.
early Halloween.
Ooh, that's a good recommendation.
Yeah,
I like that.
sounds like a Walls of Jericho or something.
Oh, I like
real
that.
power speed metal, not that all melodic cheesy stuff. you know?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Excellent. Next one. Feijoada or coxinha?
Feijoada.
Feijoada. Oh, I could really go for some. You might find some good ones in London.
Oh, yeah, I love both, you know, but feijoada is my
The
favorite.
classic. Leather or denim?
Leather.
Leather. Well, it's a classic.
Yeah, man.
But those hard to stitch onto leather. So
Nah.
I never wear like both. Like I'm always normal, you know, like you get the
yeah, exactly. The patches.
Whatever's there.
leather. I'm more leather, man. More like old school. Maybe Judas Priest.
Yes, hellbent on leather.
Hellbent for leather. And,
That for a reason.
Slayer they use leather. Morbid the Angel, early Morbid the Angel too. you know,
Exactly.
so. Then it was more maybe Metallica or.
Yeah.
The thrash metal scene.
You got into your denims and your fucking.
Exactly.
And Saxon have that song, Danny and Leather.
Oh, so maybe it's both really at the end of the day. Yeah. We can have both.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Brilliant. Thank you,
Awesome, man. Well,
Moses.
I know you got to get out there. Start crushing some skulls. So thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, let's go fucking experience this shit.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you so
boys.
much, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate
mate.
it. I really,
Thank you.
really appreciate it. If you guys need anything, let me know. You guys gonna stay here until the end?
Yeah, till the end.
Yeah. So yeah, man. We talk later. Have a beer.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Maybe get you guys some shirts too.
Oh yeah, we'll get something.
That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Cheers, bro.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And I will just. I'm just gonna start recording.
Right wingers, left wingers, we'll leave all that. We're
No,
not
fuck all
gonna
that.
talk shit
What about
on
middle
ex-
wingers?
That would be fun.
Done?
We're not gonna talk about ex-band members.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll steer away from that.
Absolutely.
Here and now, and Nile. That's all we care about.
Exactly.
I don't
There's
give
a
a fuck.
great movie called The Gumball Rally years and years ago, a movie from the 70s about a race that
I know
goes.
that.
There's an Italian driver in there.
Yeah.
He gets in his little Italian convertible. He throws back his white scarf, puts on his aviators, grabs the rearview mirror and goes, "What is behind me is not important."
It's fucking brilliant.
I think it's pretty wacky races.
I can't start the interview.
Which is
off
good
better than
because
that.
Carl's already answered our first question, which is what is your least favorite interview question? So we're not going to cover that. There's no politics
We're just
with
moving
the
on.
heavy metal Citadel here.
No, I mean, I
We're
have
not-
other least favorites.
What's the least favorite?
Yeah, what's like at the bottom of the barrel?
Everybody for the last 30 years has asked me, so, Carl, why Egypt? Right? And so when someone asked me this, right, not only is it lazy journalism,
Yeah.
it's not anything that anybody needs to read again since I've already answered it an incalculable amount of times.
Of course.
So I didn't see that on there, so...
Yeah, weirdly enough, there are
Because
some...
I saw that you didn't like it. So
Yeah,
I said,
I'm not gonna fucking do this.
See, this is the opposite of journalistic lays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm glad. Which is brilliant. So I think here's a new question for you. Obviously, this is a kind of a kicking off the new tour. Technically, I think we're only 4th or 5th date in.
Yeah, real early.
Very
How you feeling?
early.
Strong.
Yeah.
Ready to kick
I
ass.
started off, my wife insisted. Trying to be smart. You know, you really need to get your 4th booster, you know, before you go on tour. You're getting older, you know. And I went, do I want to fly the day I get boosted? Yeah, but can I afford to miss a show?
The answer is no.
No.
Yeah, so both of these answers are no. So I'm going, you know, okay, all right. So, dude, I was dragging ass through the fucking airport. Dude, we had a layover in Heathrow, and I
Yep.
thought I was gonna die. I was just
bad.
like so tired. Just trying to walk through the airport, pushing one foot in front of the other.
Jesus.
Keep going. Hot, sweaty, dehydrated, can't think straight.
But you're here, which is...
But now I'm here.
And it's only up from here. Or down from here?
No, I think it's
It's
only
all
up.
up from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all uphill from here.
No, that's good. You guys...
It's uphill both ways.
I'm sure you're going to put on an absolutely crushing show, and I think one thing you mentioned in the past, you know, you're trying to translate the album into a live setting, which
Yes.
is a complex undertaking in itself,
Well said.
you know. But there's things that happen on stage that sometimes, you know, it can go over an audience's head. You know, there's a lot of complexity in house music, even more so depending on, you know, how the venue sounds, etc. Is there something people should be paying more attention to during a live show? Is it whether it's a song, whether it's a certain solo that has a lot of work gone into it that goes unnoticed?
You know, I don't think so. I think if a person pays a ticket to
Yep.
come to a metal show, that is that's the achievement and the pinnacle right there. We're here for the purpose to enjoy a metal show.
Yeah.
So enjoy it however you like. If you don't understand the guitar solo or the drum thing or whatever the fuck the bass player's doing, that's
If you enjoy the
okay.
show, as long as you enjoy the show.
As long as you came and you had fun, you saw your friends, you heard the song you want to hear, you banged your head,
Yeah.
you had fun.
Weirdly, I think that's like what it shows a bit about our generation because we're asking that question, but when rock started out, it was about having a fucking good time, and
why
now
we're
it's all
here.
about like this and that and the other. It's like no man, just show up, get fucking blasted,
Yeah,
you know,
put on
hear
a
some
good show.
fucking wicked ass songs, maybe, you know, get in the mosh pit, I don't know, and fucking go home happy.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes! Print that.
Oh,
that,
we're
that
gonna
was,
print
that
it.
was brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll print that on the podcast.
We'll print it on the website.
Yeah, okay,
we're
cool.
fine.
Brilliant. So actually, I was reading some of your, you know, previous interviews. I love this quote of yours, my favorite Carl quote, and there's several of them, but it's, music is humans communicating the intangibilities of the soul through the audio experience. I feel that was a while back. Do you still agree with that?
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree with
I
it.
think whoever I stole it from was right.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna be like, who did you take that from?
It sounds really good, doesn't it? It sounds
It's
really
so
good.
elevated above.
So good. Do you think there's what's the intangibility of Nile nowadays?
The intangibility, our paycheck.
Oh. Well, you could still cash that.
No, you know, every cost of operating tour has gone up astronomically.
Yeah.
Except our paycheck at the end of the tour. It's not going up with it. So,
That's tough.
you know,
Because travel's gone up. Everything's gone up.
dude, the price of fucking petrol or diesel.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. You're everywhere. And that directly impacts, obviously, the touring plans.
This is the biggest expense we have.
Not to say of just food in general.
Food is like a small little expense. Petrol. You know how much petrol a bus burns?
That's a fucking bus.
I can't afford a car, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
There's, 18 dudes on that plane. On that bus. Sorry. Plus hauling all the gear, all the merch. It's a heavy ass fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, it burns lots of fucking fuel every day.
Fair enough.
I don't know the price, specifically here in England of diesel. I'm sure it's ridiculous.
It's not
compared to what
cheap.
we
It's
have
not cheap.
in the States, but in the States, on
Yeah.
the last tour we did, our fuel bill per day was $700 to $800 every day.
That's insane.
Jesus.
Our operating overhead is like, with the bus, right at 28, 29, sometimes 3K a day. That's before anybody
Yeah.
gets a fucking Coke.
Just we're gonna have to start paying more for tickets. That's the only fair
Well, I'll make sure to
evaluation, in
get
my
a shirt
fucking
tonight.
opinion.
But I mean, what's the best way for the for the fans to support the bands in this
I don't think
situation?
this is the responsibility of the fans. Should we blame fans for inflation?
Absolutely.
No, I don't think that's right either. That's like blaming ourselves.
Yeah, but we got to keep you running. I mean, the love comes from the
I
fans.
don't know. I don't know. Is it the responsibility?
It's not
No,
the responsibility.
I don't think it's a
yeah.
responsibility.
How about you tell us what we need to do, and we do it
Yeah.
as fans? Why do we have to storm? What do we have to say?
What do we have to worship?
Yeah, just
I
say.
think we need to, exile every single political leader of every stripe.
Oh,
We're back to question one.
Well, it's a blanket thing. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, fair
they've
enough,
all
yeah.
been fucking this.
yeah.
So hard, so long.
Well, hopefully this tour is gonna be a lot better,
No, it's
and
good.
petrol will suddenly plummet in price, and then you won't have this problem.
Yeah,
Exactly.
then I can afford to get home. But we're not here for the money. We're here, obviously, if we're playing death metal, we're not doing it for the paycheck. We're doing it because we love what we do. We're lifers, like Krisiun. These guys have been doing metal all their lives. They aren't going to suddenly do something else. This is what they love. It's their life. It's what they do. And we're the same way.
Yeah.
This is our life. We would be doing it, what are we doing? Over there, or over there, or whatever we gotta do.
Yeah.
Even if we were just a shitty local band that no one heard about or cared about, which is the essence of the beginnings of Nile. Why are you guys, do death metal songs about Egyptian stuff? Well, we were a band from South Carolina that we knew no one would ever care about. So, did it really matter? What we did, we could do whatever we wanted. So we did whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah. Fuck being pigeonholed.
And it's led you here on touring the world still, and still, nevertheless,
But
in death metal circles, now
it
it's huge.
required no selling of the soul,
Yeah.
no compromise of our intent or ideas.
Yeah.
We're doing what we wanted to do. We're fucking happy. Whether it completely fails or it does well,
Yeah.
we're
And I
still
think,
happy.
yeah, and that's what we talked about with Krisiun. It's the authenticity is the only way to keep that passion and to fuel the never give up attitude.
Yeah, I
that
think it's
actually
easy to see like
leads you
bands
to where you need to
who
go.
are trying to either make a quick buck or just trying to get fame and notoriety. It's
Smell that shit.
from a mile away.
Yeah.
And they might have a minute of fame here and there, but then they die out.
They
you
will,
know?
but yeah.
And then old school comes back every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Is legacy important to you, Karl?
Well, my wife asked me that question. She's going to slap me and say, why do you keep talking about me in these interviews? She said, Carl, you need to occasionally care about your legacy. And she's not wrong. But I don't think that way. I think about what am I doing right now, today. I don't think about what I did 20 years ago. I already did that.
Yeah. Race car driver.
Or a boxer. When a fist is coming right at your face, you don't think about the guy that punched you yesterday. You think about the one right here, right now.
Yeah.
You gotta live right now, in the moment. That's what we got.
And
what we got.
Weirdly enough, that probably makes a better legacy. Because
Well,
he's fucking living in the moment.
It does.
And it tells itself.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, it absolutely does, especially, with Nile, especially having the discography that you guys have had, the history that you guys have had, and the tours that you're still doing across the world. I think that is a legacy. Whether it's death metal or just metal in general, it's a really big one to leave behind. And I think you guys should be proud of that.
And I was going to say, with all that time spent, do you have one or two maybe like fan experiences that really stand out that you're like, oh fuck yeah, like you love doing what you do, fine, but then when you get the notoriety or even just the appreciation from someone, it might not be huge. Was there one that stands out and you're like, fuck yeah, like this is a bonus to what I'm doing already because I love it?
I've seen some really amazing shit. Last night, someone in the front row had a picture of my dog as their phone
Your dog?
screen.
Oh, wow.
My dog. Right? And he was
Wow.
holding it up while we were playing. And I looked down and I'm like, this is my dog.
Cool.
I got an even better story. I have a blue Charvel San Dimas handmade USA from like 1981, might be an 82, that I bought in 82 or whatever. And I used it in all those bands before Nile, and in the first few years now, it did Neferta, it did License of Vengeance.
Yeah.
It even did some stuff on Darker Shrines. Somewhere, I guess it was right after I bought my house. It's been about 2009, sorry. So somewhere in the year, like right after that, we were in a gap between touring, had no income, I had to pay the mortgage. I looked around my house. What am I not absolutely using at the moment that I can afford to sell to pay my fucking mortgage? And the only thing of substantial value was this handmade Charvel. Well, this guitar has been with me for, since the 80s.
Yeah.
So I sold it. A fan bought it. His name was Jacob Wolf, with an E on the end.
Okay.
Jacob
Oh, you
Wolf.
got it on right.
Write it down. Jacob Wolf.
Yeah. Just
With an E.
With an E.
With an E. Bought it. Paid a very nice price for it.
Yeah.
Paid what it was worth. And so I was able to pay my mortgage, to pay the bills that month. And, in my mind, I thought, you know what? Okay, at least this went to a Nile fan.
At least, yeah.
This is
Bonus.
great.
Yeah.
So I made somebody happy, paid the bills, all's good. So 10 years later, we're on tour in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, at the Eagles Ballroom. It's very famous because it's right across the street from the hotel where Jeffrey Dahmer had his little get-togethers. He comes to the show, brings his kid, and wants me to sign the guitar, right? And so as I'm signing the guitar and, being nice to his kid, doing all this, and we're talking, and he asked me, some stuff about the guitar, and I shared the story about, I was somebody to pay a mortgage, and I'm glad I went to somebody who's given it a good home, and, yada yada. He decides right then and there he's giving it back.
The kid.
No, the adult man.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Not Jacob Jr.
Have my dad's guitar. No, that's my guitar.
That would have been fun.
That's funny.
Yeah, that would've
That's a
been
nice
funny.
twist. We'll post that.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's awesome.
So yeah, he shipped the guitar back to me at the end of the tour.
Yeah. Amazing.
And I'm like, wow, this guitar is back in the house. So I've been writing songs with it for the new Nile record upcoming. So it's kind of like some crazy ass full circle.
It's beautiful. I think,
Yeah, you heard it here, guys. Just buy as much stuff from Nile and then give it back to them if you want to be real fans.
there you go.
At a high price, please.
Yeah.
Because petrol is expensive.
Super expensive.
Okay,
Brilliant.
wow, that's a story, man.
We'll have like 2 or 3 more questions. That's all right with you. I think one that we got outside. We went around the pub earlier today, talked to some fans.
Yes.
Terry from Reading.
Terry from Reading.
He loves the liner notes in the Nile albums. I know not all of them have. He wants to see more of that as well. So Terry,
I'm curious if it's gonna.
is it going
make
to
a
continue?
resurgence.
And what kind of songs are most interesting to you lyrics-wise that you tell people should look into more?
Well, Terry, thank you very much. Yes, the liner notes are going to be on the new record.
Brilliant.
I think it's a thing. Fans have come to enjoy them. They want to see them. So, okay. All right.
Yeah. Good.
I like how simple. Yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
It's a two-way street with him.
Is there any songs in the past that warrant an even deeper dive, maybe into the source material, that would be really interesting for fans?
They're all, history based or,
Yeah.
some aspect of Egyptian culture, religion, sociology. Sometimes it's filtered through a modern lens. So all you got to do, really, is just take the song title
Yeah.
and copy paste it into Google and see what pops up.
There you
And
go.
it's quite a fun journey. I've done it myself a few times, right? I wonder.
Yeah, I think
Okay, I
that's,
wrote this song, but what has Google got to say about this topic? So I'll just copy paste it in the search bar and see what pops up and go, there's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't consider.
Oxford Book of
Yeah.
Genocidal Warfare. Oh, that's what that's about.
There actually is a book called the Oxford
real thing.
Handbook of Genocidal Warfare. I put the savage in there just
Just for fun.
to be,
More death metal.
More death metal. Also to avoid copyright infringement.
Smart.
But it's, there's a whole lot of stuff out of that book that went into the song. So maybe it's like the Reader's Digest version. Maybe that's what Nile is. Maybe it's the Reader's Digest of whatever historical thing we're talking about.
That's pretty clever. Like, if somebody's got to study for their exam
Just
tomorrow
listen
on
to
history.
Nile.
Cliff's Notes. You guys
Yeah.
have Cliff's Notes here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, in
Cliff
Canada.
Notes.
Yeah, it was a big thing for us.
You're from Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's
you go.
why I don't hear any British
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Neighbors to the north.
Maybe we disappoint you, or maybe it's a good thing.
No. No.
Silence.
I think our brothers to the north don't get enough credit for being decent human beings.
Thank
thank you.
With a thriving metal scene to boot.
Love this interview,
you know?
by the way.
Should we go into the rapid fire?
Yes, rapid fire. Last
Shoot
little bit.
the rapid fire to
Go
Karl
on.
here. So we're just going to ask you a blank or blank question. You just tell us what the first thing is on your mind, really.
Okay.
So, Osiris or Anubis?
Anubis. Come on.
Anubis, yeah. Absolutely. Since you're in the UK, Abbey Road or Sgt. Pepper's?
Sgt. Pepper's. Oof. You don't agree? Why don't you agree?
No. I agree. It's not what I expected, but yeah.
Oh, this is getting
Concept
richer. Okay. Why didn't you expect that answer?
I don't know. I just figured you more for the straightforward approach of Abbey Road.
Sgt. Pepper's a fucking work of art. It's like, this is what a concept album is capable of.
Yeah.
Right? Nile is like one big fucking concept album. So how would I not love
Fair enough.
Peppers?
Fair enough.
Dunked. Any other questions?
Yeah, actually, one more. Brendan Fraser's The Mummy 1 or The Mummy 2?
Neither.
Yeah. I like Tom Cruise the best.
Whoever played the witchy queen vampire
Anaxuna.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, who played that role?
I don't know who played
She
it,
was
but she was
badass.
she was
I thought she was tougher than
Brendan Fraser. And Imhotep himself. We could do another movie one.
Boris
I've got a
Karloff.
second, yeah.
Yeah, you
Boris
see, you didn't
Karloff.
offer Boris Karloff.
I was gonna say that, but it was like it's
a
too
blank or
cliche.
blank.
Like
It's too
everyone's gonna say
cliche.
Karloff.
Of course they are.
Duh.
The cheesy bad ones. Those are the ones that people want to hear. The
That's
B
true.
movies.
Well, okay, all right. Yes, the modern mummy movies with Brendan Fraser are obnoxious Hollywood cheese.
Yeah.
However, I didn't realize this until I was a parent. My son, when he was about 9 years old, he fucking loved that movie.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I want to be a mummy.
I mean, I'm still mentally 9. I just love that.
So
movie.
after having watched it about 50 fucking times, right, which is torture to me because, I take the time to, look stuff up in books
Yeah,
to
wait
write
a second.
songs.
Imhotep didn't do that.
Yeah, so after, 50 fucking times watching this fucking movie over and over and over, and my kid, hitting rewind on everything, it dawned on me. This is where people start. This is where people who grow up and go to college and go on to become archaeologists and go dig shit up. This is why they start. They didn't start, graduating, from Rhodes as Rhodes scholars. They started by watching a fucking mummy movie because it was cool and fun.
Yeah.
And then, that was enough to spark some interest for some of them to go on to better things.
Like Nile. So did you push Nile on him right after that? Be like, oh, you like this? You're gonna love this.
Yeah. Does your kid know about your band? Come on.
That kid has heard every Nile song being written on the other side. My studio was right on the other side of the wall from his bedroom. So from the time he was 2, he's heard every Nile song, every step of the way, every riff that got developed and honed and played over and over until I got it right. He heard them all while he was trying to go to sleep, right? So by the time he was a teenager, right, he understood the inner workings of how to write death metal songs.
Yeah.
And I was playing this, it was on, what album? Those Whom the Gods Detest. There's some lick I was playing. No, that's not right. It was What Should Not Be on Earth.
Yeah.
Because it was the second song. There's a lick in there, and it was right. And the original way I had it, like he'd been hearing me work on it. He came in the other room and he goes, "Dad, if you put the stop at the end of that riff and use that as a jump off point in this other thing, it'll totally work." And I went, how is this even possible? So I tried what he said, and he was right. So I went, wait a minute. This guy is a genius. He doesn't even have to be a genius. He's been hearing how these things are built over and over and over his entire life. So he understands it in a way that even goes beyond other musicians' heads. He understands it. It's like if he were the son of Henry Ford and was every day at the Ford car factory and saw how every car was built, right? If something broke on your Ford, he'd be the guy to have around, right? Knows every goddamn bolt and nut and weld in that fucking car.
So he likes death metal.
Showing an interest.
No!
Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be the first
What a
band.
twist at the end. It's like, oh yeah, he's got his own band. Like, cool, he's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. No, he's a rapper.
No, he plays this kind of music. It's hard to describe because it's kind of like mountain music with acoustic instruments, but it's very ethereal and thought-provoking. It's very unique.
Interesting.
But he won't take over the family business.
Not. He's seen how shitty it actually is. Wait a minute.
I see. It's the opportunity for singer-songwriters.
When we would go to the grocery store, for quite a while I was a single parent, we'd go to the grocery store, right? And he would say, Dad, can we get this? Can we get this? Dad, can I get this? You know, and I go, well, is it on sale? Because if it ain't on sale, it's probably not in a death metal budget. So his whole life was, let's find the one that's on sale. You get the bargain brand. Or I love this one. Dad, why can't we buy any donuts? I'm like, A, they're stupid expensive, and B, no.
Yeah. And they're not good for you.
Oh man, I would get along with him, no problem.
That's true. Yeah.
Discounts.
Cost of living crisis. I think your son is right. I think that'll serve him well in the long term.
Blessed.
Whatever band he plays in.
Blessed.
You know. But I'm glad to hear that he's into music. Well, that's really good.
Yeah. Is there somewhere we can check it out? Is he creating it online?
No, he made the conscious choice that trying to make a living playing music, your own music, is it's a fool's game. Out of the incredibly uncountable number of people who'd like to be professional musicians, and the ones who actually are, it's an infinitesimally small, minuscule even, percentage. I don't know if that'll translate.
I think it will, yeah. It's incredibly, I mean...
He's showing us now with his fingers how small minuscule is for the listeners.
I could not tell the difference between the size. It's a very small gap between his two fingers. Oh, he's crushing it even smaller.
It's even smaller. Now he's crushing his head.
Oh, he's referencing... Oh, my head.
Yeah, I'm crushing your head.
We got kids in the hall references going
Christ. On. Okay. But don't you think
is that luck? Is
better
that luck?
to be a happy fool than a... rich, bitter
Well,
old man?
see, I ask myself this question all the goddamn time. Is it better to be happy, doing what I like to do, and blissfully ignorant of the world around me? Or not do what I want to do, and be a bitter, fucking unhappy person? I don't know. If I made a choice to do what I want to do, the world be damned.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of stuck with it.
That's true. And then you started, in a different place, like 94, obviously, even before that. But now is a different world than it was back then.
It is a different world. All the rules have changed.
Yeah.
Every single goddamn rule. Everything that I fucking thought was the way the world would work.
It's not.
They changed the rules on us, man.
It's true.
They changed the rules.
The older I get, the more I realize that's true. Everything I've been told is just a load of
I think you said yourself, it's a smaller pie and everyone wants even more slices of it. But
Dude, that is the metal scene in a nutshell. It's a small pie, and people keep trying to cut little smaller pieces all the time.
Yeah.
Now we just got little slivers. You better be happy with your sliver. This is like communism.
I am content.
Right? It's communism. You better be happy with your little slice.
Or else.
Or you can go to work camp.
Gulag.
Yeah.
What a way to end the show.
Lovely.
On a gulag. All right. Well,
Carl,
listen, man.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Guys,
We
it was a lot
love
of fun.
Thank you.
your enthralling interview. We've covered all our bases here tonight, I think.
Honestly, hands down, one of the funnest interviews I've fucking had on this.
We look forward to the show tonight more than anything.
Me too.
You know?
Me too. We're breaking in some new guys. So that's
Yeah. New bassist?
new bassist.
Yeah.
Scott's been with us for a tour before this.
I thought that was him.
I looked too. I was like, Scott's here.
So yeah, a lot of challenges.
Good.
That's the cue music, guys. Sorry to
Scott
cut you
is
off.
killing it.
I love this song. Everything about this song. The classic Peter Green riffing.
We'll just put it in. I'm sure it won't
expect a cover.
play on Spotify.
I'd like to see more Nile covers, if anything. But
I played this when I was in high school with a cover band.
perfect. Cheers. Thank you, Carl. Well, all the best to you tonight, and all the best for your tour.
Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Awesome, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Take care.
It's a joy.
We're gonna see you up there, man.
Very much.
I'll be looking for you.
An absolute.